Okay, this is gonna be the last video for the night. This one is coming from Air Bear, another content creator I appreciate. I like how he does what he presents, how he communicates it, the tone, the presentation. At some point, I'll raise my level, my bar, and get my videos onto a quality level. But in the meantime, I'm gonna just give it to you raw. So he does a breakdown comparison of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. I want you to check it out. Let me know what you think.
We're not going to see much of a difference in performance in this one aspect. Now for the I/O, aka transfer speeds. The Series X is equipped with a 1TB solid-state drive capable of transferring 2.4 gigabits per second of raw data and 4.8 gigabits per second of compressed data. It's also going to have a proprietary SSD expansion memory pack that can be purchased, but I'm not sure as to the final prices on that. They stated they have a total of 3 channels running for the external memory. The PS5 will have 825 gigabytes of memory available on board, and it will be running at 5.5 gigabits per second raw and up to 9 gigabits per second of compressed data. The PS5's memory is operating off of PCIe Express Gen 4 SSDs. These drives are pretty expensive and very fast. The memory speed is further equipped with 12 channels on a custom flash controller. I gotta let you guys know that from a cost perspective that this was a very intentional move. And it's at this point that I really struggle to see why other people who've covered this topic didn't look a little bit deeper and seriously consider how this one design feature could greatly impact the overall performance of the system. Now, in order to quickly help everyone understand the system that the Series X and PlayStation 5 is built on, I'm going to read you guys 2 very important quotes. I promise we're not going full nerd today. Okay, maybe a little. Accessing even a small memory array costs way more than performing an operation. And a lot of what we think are memory costs today are actually communication costs. This statement hints towards future processing not so much being limited by the strength of the compute units, but more so being limited by the speed that they're able to access the information. This is William Dally, chief scientist for NVIDIA. And for those of you who don't know, NVIDIA is the #1 graphics card manufacturer on the planet. The second quote, which is extremely important, what graphics needs is a really high bandwidth memory system. In the past, graphics had its own memory system, and for the CPU and GPU to talk to each other, you used PCIe Express. With HSA, we made memory architecture where the CPU and GPU share the memory. So graphics sees memory, CPU sees memory, and we pass pointers between them. We have a common address space. This is Jim Keller back in 2014 when he was designing the original Zen architecture.
Wow.
And the Series X and the PlayStation 5 is running on Zen 2 architecture by AMD. So when we look at this layout for the domain-specific architecture, we see the CDNA, compute optimization, the RDNA, the gaming optimization, and then the general-purpose GPU architecture. But if you pay close attention, all of these are touching each other and overlapping because they are all, in a way, in constant contact and connection with each other. This is why I believe Mark Cerny understood full and well what he was trying to communicate when he showed off the custom I/O unit running on board with coprocessors, aka accelerators for specialized workloads, specifically gaming workloads. This concept is currently being used in all the top-level Turing graphics cards and will continue to evolve and become more efficient. But what Sony was actually trying to communicate with us was that they've completely removed the bottleneck for the memory to the data centers where all the processing is going to be happening. And even if you upgrade the PS5's memory, you have to get Gen 4 solid-state drives. They're not cheap. They're expensive upgrades, and they are direct plugins into PCIe Express slots. And furthermore, because of the nature of the card and the architecture that it's on, any high-speed memory like Gen 4 solid-state drives can actually be utilized as random access memory for the system to use and abuse as it sees fit to increase performance. So a lot of us have seen the demos where they have the Series X running and then pause the game, switch apps entirely into another game, get fully loaded up, and be playing in like 4 seconds flat. I am telling you right now that there's a really good chance that the PlayStation is going to be faster at performing operations like that.
Oh, really?
The main operating system and main menu, and also loading times in games, because it's quite literally engineered for it. I just don't have any other way to put it. The entire memory speed, the amount of channels that they have, and the speeds that they're going to be achieving has just been buffed for a reason, and this is what you're going to see from it. Now, it's also important because the Series X and the PS5 are stepping up from 60 hertz to 120 hertz, aka we're going from 60 FPS to 120 frames per second. And this is great because when the systems like actually come out, I can't wait to just put them side by side and see which one pushes more frames on the same games. It's gonna be awesome.
All right, so well, we already touched on the whole frame rate and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, it will be awesome when everybody has them side by side and we can do the comparisons on the same games and all that kind of fun stuff. So anyway, you know, that was Air Bear. That was PS5 versus Xbox Series X. What everyone was missing. I'm gonna put the link. I'll put the link down below, so you guys can go to his page, like his videos, subscribe to his content, show him some love, cause it's all love. But yeah, you know, again, speaking to what was it, the Truth Teller, talking about how the PS5 was not engineered, or was engineered cheaply, or how that Microsoft ex-employee was talking about how their system was engineered better. I don't think so, and we're gonna see it in action. You know, a lot of talk, people talk when they don't even have the product. So it's gonna be interesting because the PS5 will be able to talk for itself, Xbox Series X will be able to talk for itself, and the reality is the games will be doing the most of the talking. So I know what I'm gonna be playing in a few weeks. That Spider-Man, baby. That Spider-Man, and then of course all the other beautiful PlayStation exclusive games that are playable and backwards compatible. You know, the thousands and thousands and thousands, 4,000s, I said 3,000s of games. You know, y'all had The Rock when the Xbox first came out. The millions and millions of PlayStation games. Anyway, but yeah, just a little comedy. But no, for real. So you know, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. I got stuff coming in the mail. I'm excited. Man, just a lot of good things. So I keep shaking off the haters. Keep shaking off the haters. You know, feeling good, feeling good. So and as you can tell, yeah, I got a nice little something to rock it with. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. But I'm gonna call it a night. We'll see what comes up next down the pipeline. I know I still have some things that I kind of had ready and streamlined, but obviously at some point I got to get onto the video editing software so I can make my stuff all pretty and whatnot, which I can get a green screen or something. But you know, who knows? So I'll see y'all later, man. Hopefully somebody catch this video, somebody watch it, give a like, do a subscribe, say something, you know, have some conversation in the comments or something. Talk to y'all later.